What's going on, guys? I'm telling you, whoever lives in like Seattle, Washington, that area, and says it rains a lot, come to New Jersey and you'll see how much it rains. When we do get rain, it rains hard. We get 7, 8, 10 inches. It rains for days. And sure enough, it's raining again. It literally has been raining here for probably the last like 4 weeks. Even before I left for New Mexico, it was raining like 3 weeks straight. While I was away, it was raining here. And even now, when I come back, it's raining here today and all day tomorrow. So what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. I got Mad Max here, and yes, we have some more upgrades. And one upgrade is actually a fix to what I was talking about in a previous video. And then another upgrade, which is kind of a regularly scheduled upgrade that you have to do to your motorcycle, and we're gonna go over that. So if you guys are new to this channel, man, hit that subscribe button and check out the videos. We just came back from New Mexico. Harley Davidson invited a bunch of us over to New Mexico to ride with the CEO. We actually rode about 500 miles all throughout northern New Mexico with the CEO. We stayed in a bunch of amazing places. We actually had dinner at the CEO's house. Let me tell you, it was an amazing experience. So definitely check out those videos. I have 2 videos up already, and then another one's gonna be coming out in a couple days. So definitely check them out. I talked about the suspension in a previous video a couple weeks ago, saying that there was really only one thing I did not like about Mad Max, or I shouldn't say didn't like, I would have rather had it a little bit different. Everything I'd done to Mad Max has been absolutely perfect. Engine, bar setup, the mid controls. If you guys aren't aware of my bike, it's a 2022 Road Glide Standard, turned into a performance bagger. Everything, pretty much everything has been done to this bike. A lot of good upgrades. And those upgrades actually made this bike my favorite Harley Davidson I've ever owned. So I love this bike. But there was one thing that I really particularly didn't care too much for, and that was the stiffness of the front suspension. So right now I'm running +2 Legend suspension in the back. That means it's 14-inch suspension, 14-inch shocks, 2 inches taller than stock. And then also I'm running a +2 suspension in the front. That includes +2 Diamond Lane black anodized fork tubes. And then I'm running right here the GP suspension +2 cartridges. Right here is the 14-inch Legend shocks in the back. A lot of you guys were asking me, well, how did it fit with the axle bolt? Well, you gotta manipulate that muffler, inside of that muffler a little bit. And what I mean by manipulate, you have to kind of beat the crap out of it so make that pocket. There's already a little pocket in there when it comes from the factory. You gotta just make it a little bit deeper. You're definitely gonna have to know what you're doing and have the right tools in order to kind of make that pocket a little deeper without ruining the chrome and stuff like that. But it works. So with the front suspension, the back actually, let me grab a seat. The back actually works really, really well. The front also works well, but what was happening is every time I hit like a pothole or some big imperfections in the highway or in the road, especially if you have a good, strong grip on the handlebars, and if you hit something hard, it would just, like that vibration would just travel right through your body. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you have a really stiff suspension. So I really didn't care for that too much. So what I was doing in the past several months, I was playing with the compression, I was playing with the rebound, and I really couldn't change it at all. I could not make it softer, I could not make it more plush. So that's what I mentioned in the video. But I do like the suspension. It handles really well. It's firm, it's solid, but just a little bit kind of like not compliant, a little bit too stiff. And I kind of thought I was stuck with that. I thought, I didn't know that there would be a fix. Lo and behold, I get a message or an email, I forget, from none other than GP Suspension. And they said, hey John, you know, we just seen your video and there's a fix for it. Listen, we'll send you out a different spring And I said, but my suspension that I already purchased from you guys, it's already rated for my weight and stuff. And I didn't think I could change that. I didn't want to change my weight, obviously. But they said, no, the spring will still be rated for your weight. But the way it operates, I guess, I don't know the exact terminology, but I guess the way it reacts is going to be different. It's going to be more plush. It's not going to be that stiff. So I was, as you would imagine, tremendously happy that there is a solution. And what they told me is, and this is awesome, I'll have to say, this is great customer service. And they said, would you like for us to send you out a set of springs? It's easy to change. I don't have to take out the entire fork. I could do everything from the top. And I said, hell yeah, absolutely. So they asked me my weight again, and they basically sent me out a set of springs and the tool. So I have the tool right here. That's for the cartridge. And then right here, I have the set of springs. So these springs are supposed to be a more plush spring, a more forgiving spring, I guess. It's still sprung to my weight. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change it out because I think just the ride quality is going to be so much better and so much more enjoyable. So we're gonna do that. And if you're asking where or how I'm gonna do it, I just got off the phone with Mike from over at Get Lowered Cycles in Pennsylvania. He sponsors the engine work and the build on Mad Max. So I talked to him and I'm gonna bring it there. He's kind of busy right now. Links will be down below in the description to his shop and also to his store on his website, where you could pretty much purchase all the products that I have on Mad Max, whether it's mid controls, bars, suspension, custom dynamics lighting. You could purchase all that on their website. And if you use my code, which is down below in the description, you'll get a free t-shirt. So yeah, so he said, we're kind of busy now, but we could do it probably in the next few weeks. So probably going to be like, hopefully in the beginning of November. On a Friday, I'm gonna bring it there and we should be able to do it all in one day. I'll take you guys through the whole process and so forth. Another thing we are going to do at that same time is get a new pair of tires, okay? I've really been hating these tires. They're okay, but the rear tire really does break loose very, very easily. It's just a harder compound of tire. We're gonna switch them out. Not only that, let me see how many miles. I got the lithium battery on the tender. Let me see, how many miles do I have? Almost 12,000, I forget, haven't rolled the bike, almost about 11,000. And see, that goes to show you, haven't rode the bike literally in a couple weeks. Haven't had time with all the rain and being out in New Mexico. So let me show you the back tires. So the back tire, there's a little bit of life on it, but not much. So I definitely want to get it changed now. You know, this way it's ready. We're ready for a couple long trips. Because we were talking, right? We were talking about like, what tires am I going to use? So I'm going to tell you, I love the Michelin Commander 3s. I had them on Silverback and they were awesome. And I rode through a lot of rain on those tires and I never had an issue. The traction is fantastic. The cold weather traction, the warm weather traction, the hot weather traction. I mean, in the rain, in the cold, whatever. The tires are just phenomenal. But I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the Metzeler Cruise Techs, and I want to try them out. I really do. I want to see what they're all about because everybody's been raving about the Metzeler Cruise Techs. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put on a set of Metzeler Cruise Techs, same stock sizes we're going to put back on. But what I do like about the Metzeler Cruise Tech, if you could see this tire, and I looked at a bunch of tires, like even this Dunlop, you see how it kind of looks flat. It doesn't really have a lot of surface patch that's going to hit the pavement in a corner, which I don't like because it's a more flat tire. And I don't care for that. The Metzeler Cruise Tech is actually a more rounded tire, which in a corner is going to give you a bigger contact patch to the pavement. And it just, I think it looks a little wider. Not necessarily that it is, but it looks a little wider, and it's more of a rounder tire. So I know a lot of people that have them and they swear by them. So we're gonna put them on. I'm gonna tell you guys what I think about them. I definitely don't like these tires, the stock tires, but we're gonna put the Messler Cruise Techs on, and then I'll tell you guys a couple thousand miles later, like I'll give you guys a review and let you guys know exactly what I think about them. And I can't wait to do the suspension, because I'll also let you guys know this way. If you guys go and get the GP cartridges, I'll definitely let you know which one is better. Is it the one that I have now, or is it going to be the more plush springs? But I'm thinking it's going to be the more plush springs. I just hope it's not too soft. But I'm sure GP suspension, this is what they do all day. They know what they're talking about a lot more than I know what I'm talking about when it comes to suspensions. This is what they do all day. So I trust them. I believe in what they're telling me, and we're going to change them out, and then we're going to give you a review. But as I said, I just love the full adjustability on the GP cartridge. You could adjust the rebound, the compression, even the preload straight from the top of the cartridge. All right, guys, so that's what's up in store in the next couple weeks and in the next couple days. You know what's happening here in the north. It's foliage time. I'm definitely going to give you guys a ride video up north to just show you guys how absolutely beautiful it is here in the Northeast. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out those New Mexico videos. Peace out. We'll see you guys later. Love all you guys. See